what's good, these wigs getting split. Man better breeze and sprint, it's long if I choose to bite down on these pricks. X is a lyrical 4-4 and this, so make sure it's X that you wanna rally with. Oh, make a big man turn to the kid. Shout out skull when I splat out wigs. Never seeing X's with your eyes closed, don't move past those behind your eyelid. Bars and flows, check out their mixture. Told them man can't handle the fixture. It's all funny games to the person saying it's all funny games. Get beat up and cocked out the picture. Must be active if you think you can wig me. I'll tell my man put down the liquor.
Hey boss, I was just thinking about some more business ideas. We should do upselling and cross-selling. So I want you to send me to the UK and I will do great. I just got canned. Guys, my boss just canned me. He said, "You're fired. You're fired." So I got canned. I got sacked. You know what that means? I got canned and I got sacked. They're just two ways of saying I got fired. I got fired, guys. My boss said, "I know you're not going to the UK to sell vacuum cleaners. You're going for some other reason." So I lost my job, guys. He is right. I don't blame him. I don't blame him. I didn't sell any vacuum cleaners anyway, guys. So I got sacked. If you understand why someone does something, you can say, "I don't blame them. I don't blame them." You know, if you're if your friend quits his job because he didn't like it, maybe he was always mistreated by his boss or his coworkers or something, you can say, "I don't blame him for quitting. He got treated like crap at his job." All right. So guys, I got canned. Now I'm unemployed. I don't blame my boss, Mr. Who, at Who's Vacuum. I didn't sell any vacuum cleaners anyway the whole time I was working there. But I was telling him my idea is to do upselling and cross-selling. Do you know what those mean? If you upsell, that means you sell the customer a better product. I mean, like a more expensive product. And if you cross-sell, it means you sell the customer another product in addition to the one you're trying to sell them, right? So upselling and cross-selling are two common marketing, well, they're what successful salespeople do. Okay, it's like a sales strategy where you try to get someone to buy something more or something more expensive. Now, why would they do that? If you're a salesperson, why would you do that? Well, it's probably because you get commission on the sale, right? And if you sell the customer a more expensive product, you get more commission. Or if you sell the customer another product, you get more commission. So I'll give you an example of upselling. Okay, let's say you want to buy a new car. All right, so you go to the car dealership and you look at their cars, but you don't have very much money, right? So you just want to buy kind of a base model car. Base model just means the cheapest model. You don't need all the bells and whistles of the higher models. Okay, bells and whistles means the nice features of the higher models. For example, heated seats or a heated steering wheel or, a nice sound system with really high-end speakers. High-end means good quality speakers. All right. So, does your car have a lot of bells and whistles? If you buy a car, do you want it to have a lot of bells and whistles? A lot of cool features? You might just be looking for a base model vehicle. So you go to the car dealership and you say, I'm just looking for, a base model. My budget is $30,000. Okay, here in Canada, that's pretty much the cheapest kind of car you can get. A new car, $30,000, and that's going to be probably a base model with no bells and whistles, or maybe a few bells and whistles. Maybe heated seats, but no heated steering wheel, or it's just going to kind of be a very basic model, right? So when you get there and you talk to the salesperson might try to recommend going up a notch. Up a notch means one level higher. Okay, so he might say something like this. He or she might say something like this. Okay, you might want to consider going one trim up. Okay, the different levels of the same car are called trims. A higher trim or a lower trim. The base model is the lowest trim. And then if you go up a few, the highest trim might be, let's say, 45,000. So let's say you take a cheap car, and any car, it might start at 30,000. And then the next trim is maybe 33,000, 36,000, maybe 40,000 for the top trim of a car. Okay. So he might try to get you up a trim or two trims. Okay. So he or she might say something like this. You know what? Do you do a lot of driving, in the winter? You might want to go up a trim, to get the heated steering wheel. That is so nice to have on those cold winter days when you're driving to work, just to have a nice heated steering wheel, and heated seats, or, so they'll say something like that to get you to kind of dream about, you know what? I do a lot of driving in the winter, and I would like a heated steering wheel. My budget was 30,000, but that's an extra 3,000 to get the heated steering wheel. Maybe I should just pay the extra 3,000. Maybe I can, push my budget a little bit higher. So that's what the salespeople want to do, right? They always want to upsell you to get the higher model of vehicle, or the higher model of anything, any kind of product. They always try to upsell you. Okay, so that's upselling. Now, cross-selling means that there would be you're basically selling someone another product. Okay, so a very common example of this is with credit cards. Have you ever signed up for a credit card? When maybe you apply for a credit card over the phone, and you're talking to those financial people, and they say, yes, we'll give you a credit card. By the way, would you like life insurance with this credit card? It's only going to cost you maybe $2 a month or something like that. We're going to give you this credit card, and we want to also sell you life insurance. And you might be thinking, I want a credit card to go buy things. Why, what does life insurance have to do with this? Why are they trying to bundle life insurance with this credit card? Right? If companies bundle things together, it means they put them all together and they sell it to you as like a bundle, a package. Okay. So companies love doing this. They love like bundling things together. Like for internet, if you sign up for internet, the company will say, you know what? If you get TV with the internet, it's only going to be this much a month and it's a good deal. You know, it's better to get them as a bundle. I never buy bundles, guys. Do you ever get things as bundles? I don't. I don't like bundles. I like just getting things individually. But sometimes you can save a lot of money if you get bundles. But you know, for a credit card, you can tell your credit card, that person, you can say, no thanks. I just want the credit card. I don't need the life insurance with that, right? So, I mean, they're trying to do cross-selling, right? So that's an example of cross-selling where they're trying to get you the credit card, trying to give you the credit card, but they're also trying to give you insurance. Okay? So there's so many examples in marketing of upselling and cross-selling. Have you ever done this? Are you a salesperson? You know, it's a good strategy. You know, if you want to make money, you know, maybe you have a quota that you need to fill. Okay, a quota means a number of products or a certain number of things that you have to do. You have to fill the quota. Okay, so let's say you are you're a salesperson, and your boss says you have to sell 5 cars every month. If you want to work here, you have to sell 5 cars every month. So that means your quota is 5 cars. Now, you know, hopefully you exceed your quota. Exceed means to do more than, right? You go more than your quota. You exceed your quota. Maybe you sell 6 or 7 cars a month. Okay, so that's what quota means. It means the number of things you have to do in a time period. You know, I've heard, I'm not sure if this is true or not, but I heard that cops have quotas of tickets that they have to give out. Like a cop means a police officer. Okay, so a police officer, they might have a quota of how many speeding tickets they have to give per month, maybe. Let's say, do you know anything about this? I actually don't. I don't know if this is true. I've heard it. I've heard that cops have a quota of like tickets that they need to give out every month. So, you know, that means like if let's say let's say I'm a cop and I have my quota is like, you know, 100 tickets per month that I have to give people for speeding. That means I sit there with my radar or scanning gun, speed, what's it called? Like a radar thing. And I'm watching people speeding. Gotcha. And then I pull them over and I say, you are a bad boy. You were speeding. I'm going to write you a ticket. All right, so then, you know, if I do that 100 times in a month, I fill my quota. I don't know if that's true or not, but, you know, at your job, do you have a quota? Is there something you have to do? You know, I think Mr. Who, my boss, canned me because I haven't sold any vacuum cleaners. He didn't give me a quota, but I'm not great at selling things, guys. I'm not cut out to be a salesman. What are you cut out to be? If you're cut out to be something, that means you're just really good at that. And it was like you're born for it. You know, some people are just cut out to be like a police officer. They've got the right personality. They've got the right body. Maybe they're strong. They're confident. They're not afraid of confrontation, right? Maybe they're just cut out to be a cop or a firefighter or a pilot or a cook or I don't know, anything. What are you cut out to be? Am I cut out to be an English teacher? Do you think I'm cut out for it? Let me know down in the comments what you think I'm cut out for and what you're cut out for. You know, I'd be interested to know what you're cut out for. All right, so, let me know, do you have a quota that you need to fill? I don't know. Like let's say you're a baker and you need to bake 100 loaves of bread every morning, right? That's your quota. You need to bake 100 loaves. So, yeah, guys, so cross-selling and upselling are your common marketing words. If you study marketing, or let's say you take anything, like let's say you're studying something about business or finance, right? If you want to work in a bank, they will tell you to do upselling and cross-selling, right? So let's say someone comes in and they want to open a checking account. You might ask them, are you interested in saving money too? Oh, well, then we should open you up a savings account as well as the checking account. Or do you need a credit card? Oh, well, we'll apply for a credit card for you. Or are you interested in buying a house? Well, we'll give you a mortgage. Financial services companies are always trying to do cross-selling, right? They want you to have a lot of their products. They want you to have a credit card, or maybe 2 or 3, 4, 5 credit cards. They want you to have a line of credit. They want you to have a mortgage. They want you to have a few maybe accounts, checking, savings, a business account. They want you to have all these accounts, right? So that's called cross-selling. Every industry is like this. All the salespeople do this. They always try to cross-sell you, sell you more products that you probably don't even need. All right, so, sometimes I think that can get kind of unethical. What do you think about the ethics? The ethics means kind of like the morality of this. Like, if you know that someone doesn't need a product, do you think it's ethical to try to sell them that product? Imagine, let me think of an example. Like, let's say there's a little old lady coming in to buy a vehicle. She wants to buy some vehicle. Do you think, it would be unethical to try to sell her a higher trim? Let's say that included towing capabilities. Towing like a trailer, or towing like a boat or a camper trailer. A lot of families, they have like a truck or an SUV, and they tow a camper behind their truck and they go camping, or they tow a boat, or they tow a trailer, or anything, right? Like, if you know that this old lady is not going to ever need to tow anything, do you think was it unethical to try to sell her, a towing package for the vehicle? I don't know. Like, I've experienced many times that salespeople try to sell me something that I don't need and I will never use. Even if I say I don't need that, I'm never going to use that, they might still try to push it on me, right? So sometimes salespeople can be too pushy. Pushy means they try to force you to buy something, or they try to force you to they try to force upselling or cross-selling. Maybe you're not interested in that, So sometimes salespeople can be too pushy, and I think that's a big mistake, because that's a big turnoff. A turnoff means someone loses interest then in that product. They don't want to talk to you. All right. So if you're a car salesman and I come to buy a car, and you're just, trying to push me for this or that and everything, I might just turn off. It'll be a turn off for me. And I'll say, you know what? I'm done. I'm out of here. I'll go buy a car from a different dealership. Okay. How about you? Do you like pushy salespeople? Or do you, like salespeople who don't push you to do anything? For me, I like like salespeople who aren't very pushy, because then I can just have some time to think about something and decide on my own, right? So anyway, guys, that's it for this little series on marketing. We've talked about a lot of different marketing strategies. We've talked about one more word I was gonna tell you is when companies, when employees leave or get fired or something like that, and a company hires new workers, that's called turnover. Okay, so if a company has a high turnover rate, that's usually not a good thing. That means the company, like, people are leaving, like employees are leaving the company for some reason, and then they're always hiring new ones, and there's not any retention, employee retention. Okay, so if a company has a good employee retention rate, that's a good thing. Retention means you keep something. If you retain something, that means you keep it. But turnover means that employees are always quitting, or maybe they're getting fired. Okay, so I lost my job at Mr. Who's Vacuum, and so he might hire more people, right? So let's say his company has 2 people, and he fires one person and hires a new person. That means the turnover rate is 50%, right? Because his staff, his work employees, he had 2 employees, half of them quit. That's 50%, right? So he brings in a new person. So, that's a high turnover rate. If a company has like a 50% turnover rate, that means like they're always losing their employees and they're getting more employees. It's better if a company retains its employees. So how about you? Does your company have a high retention rate or a high turnover rate? So both of those words are good words, for, they're good words to know for business. Okay. So, hopefully your business has a high retention rate. That's better. Cause then you're not always training new employees and then they quit, and it's better to keep your employees for a long time, right? So guys, anyway, that's the end of my little series on marketing. We talked about a lot of different kinds of marketing, door-to-door, affiliate marketing, multi-level marketing, and lots of different kinds of words about that. I just wanted to make a little fun series on marketing. I hope you guys learned some new words. Anyway, thank you guys for all your support. Thank you for always smashing that like button, for leaving nice comments, and for, just thank you for all your support. I really appreciate it. So guys, as always, I hope you're staying safe, healthy, and happy wherever you are. I love you so much, and I'll see you over in the next episode of Mad English TV. Take care.
I heard man when I chat and chit. I come through like what's good, these wigs getting split. Man better breeze and sprint, it's long if I choose to bite down on these pricks. X is a lyrical 4-4 and this, so make sure it's X that you wanna rally with. Oh, make a big man turn to a kid. Shout out skull when I slat out wigs. Never seeing X's with your eyes closed, don't move past girls behind your eyelid. Bars and flows, check out their mixture. Tell them man can't handle the fixture. It's all funny games to the person saying it's all funny games. Get beat up and cocked out the picture. Must be active if you think you can wig me. I'll tell my man put down the liquor.